gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jenquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jenquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more do you want from me?
Then, whatever. But I mean, I think they're supposed to make sure that the crime scene is secure first before moving stuff. But we've already seen that protocol has been broken many times. You see the FBI spraying things down after the shooting. Just weird responses to, unusual responses to a crime scene. But just notice how far the stage is. Not that far at all. So they're saying this is who Greg called out. So remember, Greg is one of the ESU officers who was in the text message group chat, which we'll show as well. After this video, we'll show this. Greg took a picture of him, and I guess they lost sight of the guy, and he ends up getting on the roof. It looks like these first responding officers don't really know much about this situation, though. But that's where the stage was, as you guys can see, very close, very close. And you got the barn right here where counter sniper CS team 1 was. Then you got CS team 2 on the second barn back here, and they're the ones who took the shot. CS team 1, apparently they were blinded by this tree right here, but CS team 2, counter sniper team 2, who were on the barn to the left of Donald Trump, to the left of the stage. If you're looking from the stage, if you're looking at the stage, though, it would be to the far right, the barn to the far right. So yeah, it's very interesting why he was allowed to be on this building. There were actually ESU agents, and that's from the police force, who were in the building on the second floor, who had clear sight of the roof. One of them left and then heard the shots. One of them was supposedly still there, according to the Butler County district attorney. So, and then the colonel said both of them left. So we have mixed stories there that we need to figure out what's the truth. So that's why we need to talk to Greg and whoever the other ESU agent were up there.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, this is an emergency episode. I did not plan on going live today, but we have a second assassination attempt on President Trump, and we are going to take you guys to live feed of the briefing on the shooting. So we're going to get straight to that. I'm trying to get something with the best audio for you guys. I want stereo audio, so I got it right here, guys. We're going to get briefed on this really quickly. Not going to go live for too long, but I just want you guys to be updated on what happened. There was a second assassination attempt on President Trump in Mar-a-Lago, at the Mar-a-Lago golf course, rather. The guy apparently was waiting for him on the 5th hole, and he was golfing. Authorities were alerted by a citizen. Secret Service were alerted by a citizen that there was a man with a AK-47 style rifle pretty much camping out on the 5th hole, and the Secret Service actually fired at him. They're saying that the shooter got off one round, but then it jammed. So we are going to go ahead and get into this briefing from the police. Let's listen up. The investigation has been handed over to the FBI, which I think is a huge mistake. And I'm going to show you reasons why, you know, as it pertains to the last assassination attempt. Oh, man, my battery is crashing out right now, guys. So sorry, man. I want to show my face, but the battery's crashing out right now. So we'll just, you know, work with it how we can, and then I'll see if the battery will get some juice. But yeah, it's crashing out. Let's get into it, though. This is breaking news. Second assassination attempt on President Trump.
Okay, guys, you ready? Little rules of the road like we always talk about ahead of time. We are going to give you, when I say we have a representative from the FBI, from the Secret Service, from the State Attorney's Office. We are going to give you everything we have. Everything. All right? So when we get done, think about your questions, because we're not going to take a lot. And keep them to the information that you heard. Don't get into what ifs, and because of this, we're not going to go there. All right? So keep that in mind, and we'll be good. So here we go. All right. 1:30 this afternoon, call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes, He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the victim, the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car.
All right, guys, breaking news. We actually have identified the shooter. And, I do want to get through this police briefing 100%. But, the FBI, once they figure out who the shooter is, they immediately start to destroy evidence and whatnot. So we have identified the shooter. He is a 60-year-old white man by the name of Ryan Routh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save his image. So the FBI, once they get a hold of all the evidence, they don't scrub it. But yeah, so we got a picture of this guy, and I'm going to show you guys right now. This is reporting from Colin Rugg on X. So let's get into it really quickly, and then we'll come back to the briefing. I just want to make sure that we get this guy because, the FBI will scrub it. So here we go. Here is the suspected shooter, completely lunatic. If you see right here, you look right here, there is a pentagram on this red flag. I don't know if you guys can see that. My cursor isn't really going over it right here, but you see that red flag over his left shoulder, what appears from our end to be the right? So our right shoulder, his left shoulder, you see a pentagram on this red flag. So I don't think this is an official country's flag, but this is the shooter. Okay, these are some of his tweets. POTUS, your campaign should be called something like KADAF. Keep America democratic and free. Trump's should be MASA. Make American slave again master. Democracy is on the ballot and we cannot lose. We cannot afford to fail. The world is counting on us to show the way. And then he tweets at Elon Musk. He says, I would like to buy a rocket from you. I wish to load it with a warhead for Putin's Black Sea mansion bunker to end him. Can you give me a price, please? It can be old and used as not returning. And he drops what appears to be his phone number. I don't want to ring any bells, but I it might be interesting to call his phone number. So I'm going to pull up my Google Voice and just see if this is actually his phone number. So we're going to make a call to Ryan really quickly. All right, 808. Let's see, 4683. Oh, it's 464. My bad. Oh, here we go. 808-464-8342. All right, so we're gonna attempt to call this guy. I'm gonna share the screen, but then I'm also gonna hide it. All right, you should be able to hear it, but let's see. Let's call him, and maybe he has a voicemail. Up, battery just died. Sorry, guys, again. Let's see though. All right, so this number actually doesn't work at all. But yeah, call went straight to a deadline. But this is his Twitter account here, Ryan Routh. Okay, so the reports are coming out. A man with the name Ryan Routh, the same name as the would-be Trump assassin, suspect is a Ukraine fanatic and Trump hater who was apparently recruiting soldiers to fight in Ukraine. Routh's social accounts were filled with posts about recruiting soldiers for Ukraine. He also shared anti-Trump posts throughout X. So they're alleging, so this is all alleged. Soldiers, please do not call me. We are still trying to get Ukraine to accept Afghan soldiers and hope to have some answers in the coming months. If you're interested in fighting in Ukraine, you must have a passport and send it to me by way of WhatsApp, he said in one post on Facebook. You must also have the money to purchase an airplane ticket to Moldova. If you cannot afford the cost, you cannot go. We are also trying to get Taiwan to accept soldiers, hopefully in the coming years. Please have patience, Ryan. Other posts consist of anti-Trump rhetoric. POTUS, Biden, your campaign should be called something like KDAF. Okay, so we went over that one already. So, I mean, apparently this is the guy. They're saying this is him. Can't completely confirm, but they have put out the information that the shooter's name is Ryan Routh. So I'm just, we're speculating at this point. Ryan Wesley Routh. So they're saying, let's see, let me see if I can search his page and see if we can figure out if this is really the guy. Because you can go on his page. Maybe he mentioned his middle name one time. Nope. All right. Nope. Can't find it. Yeah, so the guy has been identified as Ryan Wesley Routh. Let's go through the Twitter and then we'll get back to the police briefing. All right, let's see. Let's see who's in the building. DMC 2021. Thank God he's safe. They really trying to take him out. Thanks for coming on so quickly, BGZ. It isn't the second attempt. It's the third within the last 2 months. Scream Mask guy that was right after the ear clip was second and was stopped before he could shoot up that alley or the rally. Are you talking about the RNC, the guy who was stopped? I think that was just a guy with a knife, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sick Lid says Dwight man got your battery. That's funny. We inside watching BGZ. They will probably try again before election. I agree. Rebecca Kaplan says Glider Gremlin, Antifa Gremlin question mark, looks like half his hair is dyed blue. BGZ calling the number. Yeah. Hawaii area code. Okay. Yeah, so it's definitely disconnected. Trump is fine. Let's see. Boom, boom, bap. Yeah, it was the guy at the RNC, but he had a gun. If there was a knife attempt one, I missed that. Oh, okay. Okay. So killing anywhere is extremely tragic. So he tweeted that 2 years ago, May 18th. Forget the no-fly zone. Ask Congress to put all American military on paid leave. So, he's tweeting hella political Ukrainian in support of Ukraine. Every country around the globe should be sending every weapon they have to Ukraine to put a gun in the hand of every civilian, and they should put all the military on paid leave so they can go and fight civilians for Ukraine if they wish. I am willing to go and fight. So he willing to go and fight, but his ass over here, he ain't even do nothing, bruh. Biden, please send every weapon we have to Ukraine. Please put all our military personnel on paid leave so they can go and fight for Ukraine as civilians if they wish. We cannot sit around and do nothing. We cannot lose this war. We must put an end to Putin. I will go and fight. Dude, this guy is a fucking pussy. He's over here telling other people to fucking fight, but his ass ain't doing nothing but trying to allegedly delete President Trump. And now, if you try and search his tweets, you can't even search them. Hold on. Because I'm literally searching the tweets that I'm reading, and they're not even, they're getting scrubbed like as we speak. He's getting scrubbed. Holy shit, he's getting scrubbed as we speak. We might as well just try and break down what we can find from his Twitter. World news tonight. Come on, people. We cannot sit and do nothing. I'm willing to fight and die for Ukraine. We must all join in the civilian army to aid Ukraine. Media must motivate the entire globe to act. It is criminal not to act. We must all fight aggression now. Kids will die. Meanwhile, Ukraine has over 500,000 killed. At this time, it was about 100,000, and they were getting their ass worked by Russia. World War III, let's go, people. I am ready to go to Ukraine and fight and die for the kids and family of Ukraine. We all cannot sit around and do nothing. We need to flood Ukraine with citizens from around the globe for a massive civilian army. Someone responded to me, and let's do it. I mean, this guy is hyping up support for the Ukrainian war, the Russia-Ukrainian war. Like, this guy is definitely a government agent. It is the same guy on Trump's golf course. Next time, shoot, fire better. Do you understand me? So you got people inciting some Muslim ninja inciting the violence. Go fight and die for a Nazi. George Soros, little bastard boy, little Z. Can't fight wars in prison. Trump wins in November. Bye. This is CIA spook who tried to off Trump with an AK-47 with a scope. CIA and FBI must be dismantled. More than 1,000 kids physically taken away from their parents. Full statuses remain unknown. Doubt motherfucker ever served. MK Ultra crazy. Yeah, this shit is absolutely insane. This dude, I will go. I will die. Well, then die then, motherfucker. And this is not I'm not inciting violence. I'm saying if this nigga want to go and die for Ukraine, be my guest, bro. But us over here, yeah, in America, we're not having that shit. He's definitely a government agent, though. He's trying to, I mean, what is he, a fucking army recruiter or something? Like, what the hell is up with this guy? This is absolutely insane. I've never seen somebody dick ride Ukraine so hard, bruh. Support Ukraine. Come on, people. Please respond. I am willing to fly to Ukraine and fight and die, but I need someone out there to help me with media coverage so we can get thousands of Ukrainians to fight. Please, someone help me. Everyone should be angry. Help me change this war. Yo, this is insane. Hashtag stop Russian aggression. Let's go, people. We must all go to Ukraine and fight now. We need more people from all over the globe in Ukraine to raise the cost of war for Putin. Please start a media campaign to get people motivated now. I am willing to go and die for the kids of Ukraine. Let's see. Somebody says the golf course is right across the street from the post office. Plenty of parking for weirdos near the course, and people fish right near Mar-a-Lago. Stop Russian brutality, everyone. Get motivated and go to Ukraine and fight. We cannot sit around and do nothing. I'm willing to go and die for the democracy and the kids. Lord have mercy. I will fly to Ukraine and die for its people, and everyone around the globe should do the same. Come on. What the fuck is going on, bro? Holy shiznit. I mean, maybe this dude just changed his profile to this page, right? He could have just changed his name. That could have happened. But this dude is shilling hard for Ukraine. Hong Kong protests are welcome at my house in Hawaii. Get on a plane and relocate to Honolulu. We can house 10 or 15. And I am sure many other people here will host hundreds or more to get away from the Chinese government. State and local officials cannot and will not ever charge their own officers as neighbors and comrades. Looting in America. Okay, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd protests. We must have specific demands of government. It is proven that state and local officials are not willing to prosecute police officers. We must demand that the federal government and DOJ must take oversight and review all old and new. Another one, Black Lives Matter, justice for George Floyd. State and local officials cannot and will not ever charge their own officers as neighbors and comrades. Federal officials must be the sole governing body for all new law enforcement and renew all old and new cases. Brutality. Demand this change. Looting in America, Minneapolis protest. We must have a defined demand for definitive action. Being a federal oversight board from the DOJ for all law enforcement, it is obvious that local officials will never charge one of their own. We must demand a federal review of violence. George Floyd protests, Donald Trump, Black Lives Matter. So he's mentioning Donald Trump right here. Let me just tweet this. The alleged shooter mentioning Donald Trump during the George Floyd riots. Sorry, guys, I'm actually doing breaking news here. This is crazy, yo. Where's the little red light? Y'all know that red light. There it goes. That's what I wanted. State and local officials can no longer be allowed to handle police oversight. We must fight for federal DOJ special committee to investigate all present and past cases of police brutality and file charges. We need change. Local municipalities and states cannot continue to be allowed to provide their own oversight. This continuous problem will never be fixed if local officials are the only one left to regulate themselves. It will never happen. Local leaders will never do the right thing, or their friends and comrades. We must demand a federal agency to do this. George Floyd, we must demand a federal agency to be in charge of all law enforcement oversight and review. We cannot continue to allow local officials to. So this is what they wanted. They wanted to federalize law enforcement. I mean, he's telling you the plays right here. There has always been a gross fundamental problem when local governments are allowed the authority to be the only oversight. And look, I'm not saying that he's, necessarily wrong in that. We definitely need police to be held accountable if they do some nut shit. Like the Sonia Massey shooting, but hell, this guy is just, he's just verbatim repeating the talking points. I'm sure there's more in here. Hopefully they keep it up. He's mentioning Kim Jong-un. I know that you are very smart and educated and want your country to prosper and succeed. We, the people of the U.S., can help you reach your goals and dreams. Please let us work together. I will gladly be an ambassador and liaison to end disagreements and sanctions. So this guy is holy shit. I guess he's trying to implement some type of diplomacy with North Korea. Tulsi media blackout. We cannot allow either of these old men to try beat Trump. Not happening. Tulsi, we must really ramp up our effort now. This just got extremely more important. I want to help your staff create unlimited powerful speeches to win this thing. I fly anywhere. So he's trying to get Tulsi Gabbard to win. He was supporting Tulsi Gabbard in 2020. Forget debates. Let's push this campaign forward on the ground. The time is now. Time for fresh, new, powerful videos to fill the internet. I have emailed several speeches to info@Tulsi, and we can make 100 more. We need to get the message out now. Let's work. Let Tulsi debate. Tulsi, we need to reinvent ourselves at this stage. We need to create a new, extremely powerful emotional message that we deliver in numerous videos using all we have learned. Let me help you create some powerful speeches. Let me fly to where you are and work. Yo, this guy is a fucking nutcase. I'll fly anywhere. Fly me out. Fly me out. This nigga sound like a fucking Instagram bitch. I was supporting Bernie, but now I am, as Sleepy Joe stands for nothing, no plans, no ideas, just as limp as Hillary. Bernie, give them hell, fight to the death. So he's definitely a leftist, but he's switching candidate. Candidate question: promoting peace and providing hope and prosperity for all kids around the globe should be the American goal. How can you negotiate resolution to conflicts and end all sanctions? So he actually doesn't have that many tweets. You could actually go by and probably read all of them in a couple hours. Please ask candidates as a world leader. This is his first tweet ever. Those primary goals should be world peace and ending hostilities and sanctions. How quickly can you, as president, meet with every world leader in turmoil and find solutions and agreement to stop kids suffering? So, and he's Democratic debate. So very interesting here. Very interesting here. So let's see what y'all are saying. They're desperate now because the New York judge isn't sentencing him until after the election. That's true. So they can't Epstein him in jail, in NYC jail. Could be a Fed, definitely. Diane says the golf course is right across from the street from. Oh yeah, I read that one. Thanks, Diane. Bo, he said he wants federal control of every aspect of the country. Scary. Yeah, that's wild. I definitely don't think the feds should be the one. There should be a local, some local unattached, fair oversight to, these police shootings. There has to be something because, this issue is causing so much. It's causing so much division. Yes, the police should be able to do their jobs, but then also there is abuse of power in many cases. So it's just something that we have to be aware of. And it's a delicate situation that needs to be done right. And I don't know the complete solution, but, it's wild, man. But I do agree with you, Bo Brown. He said cops are being thrown in prison unjustly. Yes, that is true. And they are being targeted all across the country. We've covered a multitude of different police shootings against police. So, yeah.
Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel, stick it out of the fence, and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody right now that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it. But as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background. So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service, and he's going to make a brief statement.
So they didn't really tell us shit, honestly. How was he not spotted for so long? Where did he park? Where did he pull up? All this stuff. I mean, they really didn't give us much, but they're now turning the investigation over to the FBI. It's absolutely ridiculous when the FBI is participating in a blatant cover-up. It's really getting scary out here, guys, and these people are, what you have to understand, these people are absolutely insane. Like they hate Trump so much. And yes, I don't agree with every move that Trump has been making. Obviously right now, this story of him being, almost assassinated again is a story that's taking over the news cycle right now. But beforehand, a story that was taking over the news cycle was Trump sending a truth on Truth Social saying, "I hate Taylor Swift." Now, I mean, bro, is it funny? Yeah. But at the same time, she's a big person in the industry, in the media. The left supports her. She supports the left. Young women support her. And by him saying, "Oh, I hate Taylor Swift," this causes a rift, and it can alienate young female voters who are actively way more, they're way more active politically than young men. So although you might have like a crowd of young men saying, "Yeah, she's a whore, fuck that bitch," that's cool and all. I think it's funny. There's a place for it, but at the same time, you're going to alienate a lot of young women, and that was a bad move. I don't know, but something's going on with his campaign. Like he got to have snakes in the grass, because ain't no way this nigga woke up in the morning and talking about "I hate Taylor Swift." I think there has to be like some gay dude on his account that is like doing most of his tweeting. It's got to be some, because that shit is wild. I ain't gonna lie, like bro has to, he gotta chill. If that was him, then I'm very disappointed for sure. But I just, I don't know. I don't know why they are. I don't know. It just seems like they're just throwing away the damn campaign. The debate wasn't his best. Let's keep it a buck. There were missed opportunities all over the place, and I really want to see Trump do well. Oh man, I just think the advisors that he got on his team when it comes to pop culture and all that kind of stuff, he's doing okay. Going on the Gen Z streamer sites and streaming with them and doing that. That's fine. That's fine. But where he's lacking is just that's just a wrong move. Just to tweet out, I hate Taylor Swift. She got a lot of fans, man. A lot of fans. Like, that's like, if you're a guy and you're dating and you're going out and you're telling like girls you're trying to hook up with, oh, I hate Taylor Swift, bro, you're probably not going to get laid. And it's kind of like the same with the election. If you're going out and saying, oh, I hate Taylor Swift, imagine if he said, I hate Beyonce. That's a way to, even though, yeah, you might have disdain for Beyonce, you might not like Beyonce. I personally don't like Beyonce. I think she's a tool of the satanic music industry and all that kind of stuff. We can get into all the conspiracy stuff, but that's my opinion of her. But if I was trying to run for president, I wouldn't say, oh, I hate Beyonce, because then I know I automatically am losing black female vote 100%. So I just don't understand what's going on with the campaign. I'm very critical of that. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to overlook it because Kamala is a complete mess.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I first want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, to include the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and the Martin County Sheriff's Office, for their involvement today. Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line, and this matter is under investigation. I'll turn it over to my partners over at the FBI.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Veltri. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI's Miami field office. The FBI has assumed the role as the lead federal law enforcement agency in the investigation of the incident that occurred earlier today at Trump International Golf Course here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We've deployed a number of resources, including the investigative teams, crisis response team members, bomb technicians, and evidence response team members as well. What we need right now is for the public to avoid the area around the golf course. We will continue to support this investigation with the full resources of the FBI, alongside our partners with the United States Secret Service and the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, as well as Martin County Sheriff's Office. And
shout out to Damian H. I really like this comment. He says, just wanted to say, really respect your ability to call out our side when we say or do something dumb. It's more than the left can do. Respect for that, Trump 2024. Yeah, man. We have to be intellectually honest. I know it's funny now to dunk. Let's keep it a buck. I mean, y'all already know I'm Reclaim Your Throne. Like, we dunk on modern women all the time. Like, we make fun of those stupid things they say online. And it's fun, guys. It really is. But at the same time, if I was in a position where I was trying to seek political office, yeah, I would tone it down. I would tone it down at least until I get in office, right? But I mean, you could say, oh, well, Trump, he doesn't give a fuck, whatever. But if he wants to be president and save the country, he's going to have to give a fuck, right? That's just common sense. But I don't think it's a deal breaker obviously it's not a deal breaker for me. I can see past it. But do I think it's a smart move? Do I think it's a good move? No. Every blonde-headed chick in America likes Taylor Swift. I know that people are saying, oh, she's a media plant. She's I got to disagree, man. Every blonde-headed girl that I know, and I'm on the college scene, I'm outside, every time I go to the club and a Taylor Swift song comes on, the club goes crazy. You going against Taylor Swift alienates 90% of young women, period. Going against a woman in general is already tough enough because he can't really criticize Kamala how he wants to without being, called a misogynist like they already do. But still, it doesn't help. But yeah.
State and local law enforcement. I would ask that if anyone has any information that may assist with this investigation, to contact our tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI or at tips, that's tips.fbi.gov.
Damn, CeeDee Lamb just broke for a 65-yard touchdown. Woo! Hey man, he making the money and he's playing like it. You heard what sorry, this is a tangent, but you heard what Jerry Jones said when he was holding out on his contract. He didn't want that ninja to spend all the money in one place. I thought that was pretty hilarious, but the FBI is asking for people to reach out to them. Yeah, right. Breaking news: the Trump shooter Ryan Wesley Routh reportedly donated to at least 20 times to Democrats during the 2020 election, and we saw his tweets right there. So, that's pretty much confirmed.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dave Ehrenberg, State Attorney for Palm Beach County. I want to thank Sheriff Bradshaw and our partners at the local, state, and federal levels. I'm here because our prosecutors are currently working up warrants and a motion for pretrial detention for the suspect. In that way, he will be kept in custody. But our filing of these warrants and charges at the state level does not preclude federal charges that could be coming. But in the meantime, it looks like the warrants and the pretrial detention motion will happen first. And again, I want to thank the cooperation we've had with our federal partners and at the local level. And thank you all for being here today.
Okay, we're going to make these pictures available to you. It'll show you a picture of the backpack and the rifle. And there's also a GoPro on the fence there where he was intent on filming what was going on. Even though we're going to...
Yeah, so he did have a GoPro on the fence. He wanted to... I don't know if he was live streaming, but he definitely wanted to film the assassination attempt on President Trump. He wanted some type of notoriety and understanding that it was him. Here's another image of him apparently taking his shirt off when being pulled over. And this is another alleged image of him. Ryan Wesley Routh says, warning about Ryan Routh. He is not and never has been associated with the International Legion or the Ukrainian Armed Forces at all. He is not and never has been a Legion recruiter. He is misrepresenting himself and lying to many people. Okay, so it looked like he was like he's trying to, get people to sign up for the Ukrainian war. And I don't know. He talking about he gonna fly him out and fly himself out and do all this type of stuff. What was he really doing? Was he just trying to get people out to Europe so he can do something to them? I don't know. This guy is definitely a freaking creep, though. He's a freaking creeper, man. A super creep. He's super creepy.
Going to have to secure a couple of areas around the golf course here. The public doesn't need to panic. We know that we got a post office, a library, and a school down the street. So we'll make it convenient for you to get to all the places you need to go, get your kids to school, get them over here to the post office or wherever else you need to go. It's safe. There's no more danger here, and we'll make it very convenient for you. So having said that, we're going to take a very limited amount of questions, and you can direct them to who you want to answer the question.
Sure. Did this individual make any statements as he was being detained?
No statement right now as far as his involvement in the incident, and there's further investigation to be completed.
What was his demeanor like?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Secret Service gentleman answered. I misunderstood, or couldn't quite understand. So there was a rifle. So one of your agents saw on the golf course saw a rifle pointing to a fence with a chance. Okay, so he saw that, the agent.
That is correct. Yes.
And the president or the former president was on the course behind him. How close?
It was 1 or 2 holes behind.
100%.
That because the bubble moves through the golf course. So our agents will get there first, clear it. He noticed that the rifle was pointed out. Our agents engaged. We are not sure right now if the individual was able to take a shot at our agents.
All right. So, they're saying that he wasn't able to take a shot. Apparently, he was fired at by the Secret Service when noticed, and they're saying he could have potentially gotten one shot off. And then his firearm jammed. That's all alleged. But here's another image of Ryan Wesley Routh, Democrat activist. Looks like he's working for some Ukrainian super PAC or whatever you fucking, I don't know, but looks like he's by some billboard, some stand. Oh, we got video of this guy, 10 minutes of video of this guy talking. We'll play that next. Damn. They're pulling up all the receipts on this dude, man. Yeah, Secret Service missed, though. He was able to get into his car. So Secret Service did take shots at him. They missed. Secret Service fucking sucks, dude. I mean, they suck, bro. They suck. I'm talking about suck. Back in the day, the idea of getting close to a president was pretty difficult. And now they just letting it all hang out. Anybody can get a pot shot at the president, man. It's crazy.
But for sure, our agents were able to engage with the subject. I don't know that.
Doesn't appear so.
Is there more?
Yep. How?
How far away was the president? How far away was Donald Trump when this gentleman was caught and stopped?
Okay. Probably between 300 and 500 yards, but with a rifle and a scope like that, that's not a long distance.
For the Secret Service, how far was your agent from the would-be assailant?
That I'm not sure right now. We're still looking into that.
Reports of the four.
Here's another tweet from Ryan Tulsi Gabbard. You're an idiot. Why don't you go and join Putin and Trump and be their third leg? Please leave my Hawaii. You embarrass me. Shut your stupid mouth. This is a war where people are getting slaughtered for no reason. I am going to fight and die for Ukraine. Jesus Christ. It's a freaking nut, dude. And the left talks about Russian bots. Dude, this dude's a freaking Ukrainian bot.
That is correct. 4 to 6.
Damn, Facebook just scrubbed his Facebook account. Now Elon Musk better not scrub his shit, man.
Not sure yet.
Was there a long distance?
Yes.
And
Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering what how this was able to happen, and for future reference, is there any security in the golf course?
I didn't hear all that. Say that one more time and talk up a little bit.
So how was this able to happen, and for future reference, is there any security in the golf course?
Well, you got to understand the golf course is surrounded by shrubbery. So when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much out of sight. All right. And at this level that he is at right now, he's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course surrounded.
What the fuck? Oh, he's not the sitting president. So he gets no security. That's literally what he's saying right now. Oh, well, he's not he did have an assassination attempt, but he's not the sitting president, so he just gets the same security detail. Now, come on, bruh. Come on.
Well, because he's not, security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible.
And I'm not trying to disrespect law enforcement, but is this guy a shill, man? Sunken face. This dude got the sunken face, dog. And look at how this cop's looking at him. He's like, are you sure you wanted to say that?
So I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a little bit more people around the perimeter. But the Secret Service did exactly what they should have done. They provided exactly what the protection should have been, and their agent did a fantastic job.
Which direction was the shrubbery where he was? North, south? I guess east, west, or south is the road?
The layout of the golf course, you've got 3 holes, 5, 6, and 7. All right. One of them runs parallel to Summit Boulevard. One of them runs parallel to Congress. And he was in an area in the shrubbery where he could see both holes. So the president was another hole back, which means he's about between 400 and 500 yards away.
So he was on the golf course?
Oh, he's on the golf course, yeah, but he's back a ways.
For the Secret Service, have you guys changed at all the way that you guys are protecting former President Donald Trump? This is now potential second attempt on him. Can you just elaborate on how things have changed and what you made of all this?
Yes, the threat level is high.
And no
we have
shit.
increased the amount of assets that we've supported. So we are we live in danger times. So yes.
We're done with questions right now. There's really nothing more for us to add. I just want to tell you, the Secret Service and the FBI and the State Attorney's Office have been fantastic to work with. And I can tell you right now, our agency with this real-time crime center was fabulous. That's how we got the guy. We started out with, we don't know anything, to where we had a tag, we had a vehicle description, and we got an area where we saw the person. So be proud of your law enforcement. All right, thanks, folks. We'll get back to you.
Where on 95 was it?
No, that's it. So we do have a video of this guy speaking long form. I may increase the speed of what he's saying. Let's get into it.
Please tell me who you are and why are you here?
56 from the U.S. From North Carolina originally, so live in Hawaii now. So flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, you know, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil. This is a storybook. You know, any movie we've ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. And we're battling a situation here where, you know, the Ukrainians and the rest of the world are caring and kind and generous and unselfish and take care of one another. And it's just a matter of, you know, we need to stand up for that. That is the most important thing in the world.
And there's tweets coming out from him. You know, democracy is on the ballot. The tweet with the acronym KDAF, Keep America Democratic Again, remember, and free. I read you guys that tweet. It very much looks like he has been manipulated by the media's constant output of save democracy, democracy's on the line. He's going to end our democracy. And he's definitely, this guy has definitely been fed that propaganda and took a hook, line, and sinker, so much so that he attempted to assassinate President Trump.
It's just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of one another and that the world is united so that we feed each other and make sure that, you know, we all move forward as one collective whole unit. So, you know, we feel the pain of one country's failure and their conflicts, and we enjoy the successes of other countries that are doing good, and we all work together. And for some reason, Russia does not grasp this concept that we're all one unit, and we have to get along and work together and be normal human beings. This is 2022. We have to work together. It seems asinine that we have a leader in a country that does not understand the concept of being unselfish and being generous and being kind and just the basic moral values that are required by human beings these days. It blows my mind.
And what are you doing here in Ukraine?
My initial goal was to come and fight. I think, you know, everybody around the globe should be motivated to come here and support the Ukrainians and support the army, no matter what gender, age, anything. Everybody should be here.
I'm sorry, but my black ass ain't finna go fight for no Ukrainians. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I could give a fuck.
Supporting the army, but I'm 56, so
America first, bitch.
Initially, they were like, "Well, I have no military experience," so they're like, "You're not an ideal candidate." So they said, "Not right this minute." So Plan B was to come here to Kyiv and promote getting more people here. You know, we need thousands and thousands and thousands of people here fighting with the Ukrainians. We need, you know, We've got 190 countries around the world, and we need thousands from all of them. If the governments will not send their official military, then we civilians have to pick up the torch and make this thing happen. And we've gotten some wonderful people here, but
Civilians of this dude is a fucking nut. Civilians of the United States need to arm themselves and go fight for Ukraine. Now, here's a video of Facebook scrubbing all information on Ryan Routh. This is it. As you can see, boom. Somebody's looking through the page, instantly scrubbed. Boom. There you go. So Zuckerberg, he apologized for the social media censorship during the 2020 election, yet he's still proceeding with social media censorship during the 2020 election. Dude, fuck Mark Zuckerberg, bruh. Fuck that, you know, derogatory fill in the blank. All right, let's, there's another image that I want to show you guys when he was pulled over. This is an image of him when he was pulled over by the police. You can see they are searching his vehicle as we speak. Well, they probably already did, but you know, y'all know what I'm saying. All right, let's keep going.
Fraction of the number that should be here. If we have 5,000, you know, to 10,000 people here fighting, you know, that is just a minuscule amount of the 5 billion people on the globe. You know, we need everyone here fighting. That's why I'm in Kyiv. So every project that I promote is about getting people here to support the Ukrainians. We were at a critical juncture in this war where we are sitting on the fence as far as whether good or evil is going to win. You know, right now we're looking at a situation where the world is waning and it's thinking that this is important or not. And we're at a point where, you know, all right, are we going to stand for humanity, for human rights, for everything that is good with the world? Or are we just going to ignore it? You know, if everybody is complacent and doesn't join this fight, then guess who's going to win? It might take 10 years, but we're going to lose this battle if everyone around the globe does not stop what they're doing, get off the couch and come to Ukraine and defend the human rights of everyone around the globe. This is the most important thing going on in the world today. So sitting around and letting life go on as normal and complaining about gas prices and complaining about, you know, your luxury life in whatever country you live in is unacceptable. As human beings, we must support each other. We cannot turn our backs on anyone around the world and expect the problem to go away. So I've been dealing with Russia for my entire life. You know, we had one period where it was okay, but now we've let it slip back into terrorism. So it's just, the world needs to respond. You know, why world leaders are not sending military is beyond me. We're going to have to elect new leaders the next go around that have a backbone and that, you know, have the fortitude to say, hey, we're not going to tolerate this type of behavior. This type of behavior is unacceptable anywhere, any place, you know? So it's totally unacceptable. And why people are not responding, I do not know.
What impressed you the most since you are here?
My trip to Irpin was.
So here's another thing. You got radical leftists online praising or making light of the assassination attempt. This woman, Rachel Vindman, says no ears were harmed. Carry on with your Sunday afternoon. Just despicable tweets making light of what happened. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous what's going on. The left is completely radicalized and insane.
It's pretty emotional. So, you know, going and seeing the buildings that were burned and destroyed and things of that nature. I think more emotional for me is just talking to the guys that have come here. You know, when you talk to a 20-year-old guy that sold everything he owns to come here and fight, that is heroism. You know, he's coming here to risk his life.
Not this freaking weirdo leftist crying about Ukraine. Dude, get a fucking life.
For humanity, for the Ukrainians, you know, guys that sell everything they own to come here and support the Ukrainians while others sit at home and do nothing. You know, it's totally mind blowing how we have this divide of people that are selfless and courageous and wonderful and willing to sell everything they own to come here and support, keep people from getting killed, to shelter kids and protect Ukrainians, and others that just, want to sit at home and not. It's just, it's an indictment of our entire human society to say, hey, where do we stand? Do we stand for good, or do we just not care? I mean, does the world not care? That's the feeling that I wrestle with every day in my.
Here's another post inciting violence, or it could be an innuendo or foreshadowing, or just plain just plain I don't know, some type of crude humor. This was September 30th, 2024. Oh, actually, no, this wasn't September 30th. I don't know why there's a date stamp September 30th, 2024, but apparently this was a post from the New York Times, or it could be fake. I don't know. But people are saying that it's real. I had to confirm if it's an actual headline, but I mean, if they put this out, it would be wild. People are saying it was put out 4 days before, but I don't know. I'm just trying to do some on the go shit. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, they are saying it was predicted by Time Magazine. I don't know why it says September 30th, 2024. I'm trying to figure out an actual link, but it's inconsequential. It's just more predictive programming. Let's keep going.
Everybody, every one of us is responsible for the outcome of this war. Every one of us, by our actions and what we do. And, when I call back home and say, hey, I need $5 so I can, put enough money together to get a vest for a Ukrainian, and I get no response, I'm like, I'm not sure that the world.
He over here trying to damn scrub up some change from his family members to get money for Ukrainians. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody sending any money over to that shit. I mean, taxpayer dollars are going over there, but not by our choice. If we had it our way, we'd keep all our money.
World is as wonderful as I once thought it was. I had thought that everyone would respond, very generously and unselfishly, and you don't have to come, but if I ask for $5 to buy a vest to save a Ukrainian life,
what the hell?
It seems like that would be a no-brainer. But I increasingly get more disappointed in humanity, and I'm beginning to question whether or not we're going to end up on the right side of this equation.
So you are working with the International Legion.
Yes.
And you are trying to convince people to help, to donate, and to join.
Yeah.
My final question is, what would you say to the people in order to convince them to join the International Legion, or to donate for it, or to be involved in the humanitarian aid to Ukraine?
Right. It's just extremely important, the whole thing. As far as joining the military, yes, if you have some military experience or know people with military experience, encouraging them to come and fight. We have units all over the place. So, there were some leadership issues initially, but we've got so many units available to us: Georgian, Crimean, Ukrainian, Territorial Defense, Foreign Legion. We have, so many paramilitary groups. I put a 74-year-old Japanese guy in a unit. So, we have girls in units. So we have two girls that are in the unit.
He put a 74-year-old Japanese guy on a suicide mission to fight for Ukraine. This guy is a merchant of death. What the hell? Remember that Russian guy that we traded for Brittany Griner, the Russian arms dealer? Yeah. I mean, this guy's a Ukrainian version, except he's dealing in people. What the fuck?
Up the street. So any gender, any age, any skill level to no skill level. But yeah, if you want to fight, come here and see me, and I'll put you in a unit so you can go fight. But regardless of that, we should have thousands upon thousands of people standing here with the Ukrainians. This Maiden Square, Independence Square, we should have millions of people in this square, filling the square from every country around the world. And why we don't, I don't understand. I'm here every day with all the flags from all the supporting countries, with the memorials for the people that have died. And, I've had several people come, but just a handful, So it blows my mind that I'm standing here alone without thousands of people from every country, from Asia, from Africa, from Australia, from Canada, from everywhere in South America, every place.
Europe.
Europe, everywhere. We need everybody here. If you have no skills, just come. We need to be cheerleaders. Just being here and saying, hey, I support the Ukrainians, and I support human rights, and I support good and generosity and caring and kindness and altruism. And it's just, we need to show the world that we care. And it's essential. If you don't do any work at all, just being here and supporting and showing them that we care for our fellow human beings is the most important thing we can do.
Please tell me.
Well, there you have it. Those are his words. And that is the deranged nut who tried to shoot President Trump. Here's a video of him trying to recruit for the Ukrainian war. This is him being featured in the New York Times. It says, an interview with Mr. Lackey said that he had lied about being a U.S. Marine so he could join the Legion. With Legion growth stalling, Ryan Routh, a former construction worker from Greensboro, North Carolina, is seeking recruits from among Afghan soldiers who fled the Taliban. Mr. Routh, who spent several months in Ukraine last year, said he planned to move them, in some cases illegally, from Pakistan and Iran to Ukraine. He said dozens had expressed interest. We can probably purchase some passports through Pakistan since it's such a corrupt country. He said in an interview from Washington, it is not clear whether he had succeeded, but one former Afghan soldier said he had been contacted and was interested in fighting if it meant leaving Iran, where he was living illegally. Here's another article. He did some nut shit in December 2002, and it was updated January 24, 2015. An armed man was arrested Monday morning after barricading himself in a business during a 3-hour standoff. Police said Ryan Routh, 36, was arrested without incident at 1 a.m. Monday at United Roofing, 1735 W. Lee Street, Greensboro. Police said Routh was pulled over about 10 p.m. Sunday during a traffic stop, police said, but he put his hand on a firearm and drove to United Roofing, where he remained barricaded inside, police said. Routh was charged with carrying a concealed weapon and possession of a weapon of mass destruction, referring to a fully automatic machine gun. He was also charged with resisting, delaying, and obstructing a law enforcement officer and driving while license revoked. So this guy had been in trouble with the law before. Let's see. So, I mean, this guy has a crazy track record, and he donated exclusively to Democrats. I've got his donation roll right here. So he donated to Act Blue, just like the other shooter did, Thomas Matthew Crooks. $5, $1, $15, $1, $10, $10, $10, $1, $10, $25, $3, $1.90, $19, $10, $1, $1, $5, $1, $10, $5, $1, $15, $1.50. Here's the backpack and the rifle and the GoPro that he had set up. So this guy definitely meant business. He was definitely trying to shoot and kill President Trump on the Mar-a-Lago golf course. Hey, let's see what's some more information we can find out about it. So the FBI is taking over the investigation, and people are warning that Ron DeSantis needs to take over because it's his state. He can take over the investigation solely, but the FBI is scrubbing all evidence. So let's listen up.
You say that the Palm Beach Authority should not cede all power to the feds here, and
No way.
Can you please expound on that? Because I have a feeling that that's going to be a large takeaway line here.
And even the governor of Florida should exert co-equal control on this. This happened in Florida's territory. The state governor has a direct interest in making sure this doesn't happen again in his state. Clearly, the federal government is incapable of doing these investigations if they're too political or too fraught with bias. So again, let the state government flex up, back the local government and say, enough, we want co-equal information on everything here. And I would not even turn that guy over to the feds until he has been thoroughly investigated, interrogated by the state and local authorities.
We've covered this extensively and had on members of the task force to investigate the Butler shooting. And they've come on this program, sir, and raged that all of the evidence was scrubbed, that the body was cremated, and that effectively they've been handed an empty bag by the FBI.
Yep. And exactly. And there's nothing that says the state government has to turn over any of this stuff to the feds. They can take a copy of everything that's on his phone, the registration of the vehicle, whatever DNA is in that vehicle, whatever DNA they might find on the shooter's rifle, all those things, a fully co-equal, fully transparent investigation run by the state of Florida.
Oh, sorry. Damn, my mic was muted. Damn. How long was that? Did y'all hear? Oh, yeah, I guess y'all didn't hear me read the freaking LinkedIn. Oh, all right. Here we go. Damn. So I was muted for a couple minutes now. All right, cool. Anyways, I really don't want to read this again, but anyways, I mean, it's just like some filler. Oh, he worked on houses. He was building houses for low income. He moved from North Carolina, uprooted his life from North Carolina, went to Hawaii, and he wants to work with people to build more houses for the unfortunate is basically what he was pushing. So the FBI is taking over the investigation. I mean, not really much else to cover so far. We could probably get a list of points about the second assassination attempt. Let me see. Trump. All right, so we got a second assassination attempt. FBI is investigating. Ryan Routh in custody. Secret Service agent spotted the rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and engaged the suspect. Suspect fled in the car and was taken into custody after being stopped on the highway. Gunman was 300 to 500 yards away from Trump, a Secret Service official said. Law enforcement found an AK-47 style rifle, GoPro, and backpacks where the suspect was positioned. And this guy had access to fully automatic weapons too, because he was going back and forth from Ukraine and recruiting people from Afghanistan and Pakistan to go fight for Ukraine. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala are both relieved to know that Trump is safe. Yeah, right. Man, this is crazy. So yeah, they tried to kill Trump again today at 1:30 p.m. Yeah, this is nuts. So trying to see if there's any more information on it. But it pretty much sounds cut and dry, straightforward. Yeah, man, this is crazy. Well, this guy literally tried to crash out on President Trump, Ryan Routh. We've exposed him. The left wing mainstream media has incited. They've incited this violence, political violence, coming from the left. Let's see. Apparently, he also threatened Trump by saying, "I can't wait till you're done." Something to that effect. Yeah, it took X 5 minutes to identify this nut. The FBI is still trying to figure out the correct spelling of his name. It's crazy. Shooter was the head of a foreign fighter unit in Ukraine who attempted to bring Afghan fighters into combat against Russia. So we already kind of broke that down. So yeah, this guy was definitely nuts. So let's see. So he was apparently people are pointing out his following as well. His Twitter is still up. He was following 60 people. We can go into that real quick. Uh-oh. So I mean, he's following the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin. He's following some Chinese bot accounts. Free Taiwan. Yep, Chinese. Zeta Mamaya. He's following Nikki Haley. He's following Vivek. He's following Pumashin, MP for Taiwan. Investment consultant, Department of Defense. Suraba, I don't know who this is. Suraba, Ukraine. More Ukrainians, it looks like. Euro Made in Press. 30 dozen. More Ukraine accounts following President Biden. Defense of Ukraine. More Ukrainian accounts. Following Secretary Anthony Blinken. More Ukraine accounts. Following Zelensky. Sung Yoon Lee. I don't know who this is, but some Asian Chinese person. Ex-CIA agent So Kim. Very interesting followers or following. He's got obviously everybody's flooding to his account to follow him to break down more information on him. But I think we went over the major points here. Let me just make sure, double check to see if I got everything. So we broke down that he had donated to Act Blue. We broke down that he's recruiting agents to go into Ukraine. We broke down his LinkedIn page. We broke down his arrest on the side of the road. The FBI taking over the investigation. Yep, that's pretty much it. This guy tried to take out President Trump again. And I don't think this is the last attempt. There's so many plants in this country radicalized by the left-wing radical media. So yeah. And yeah, this is another line that's being highlighted.
All right.
This line, we already heard it, but I think we should hear it again.
How was this able to happen, and for future reference, is there any obscurity in the golf course?
Well, you got to understand the golf course is surrounded by shrubbery. So when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much out of sight. All right. And at this level that he is at right now, he's not the city president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course around it. But because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible. So I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a little bit more people around the perimeter.
Yeah, that was a wild statement. Yeah, they definitely need to take over. They need to take over this investigation, state of Florida. This is absolutely insane. And this was the sheriff. This was the sheriff saying that. So he should be fired at this point. But so let's see. On May 4th, 2024, would-be Trump assassin Ryan Routh posted this on his Facebook page, which appears to be from the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense. I asked ChatGPT to translate it, and okay, here we go. So he sends this photo to ChatGPT to translate it. And the translation is, and here's the original document. If anybody speaks Ukrainian, you can translate it. You have the official seal right here. Completely officially notarized. Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, Military Unit A7788, code EDRPOU 266376866, number 1063, May 1st, 2024, 12265 Horodok Village, Zhytomyr District, Zhytomyr Region. Head of the Ivano-Frankivsk Regional Territorial Center for Recruitment and Social Support, written consent. The Command of Military Unit A7788A has reviewed the candidacy of Redacted, born in Redacted, for military service in Military Unit A77. So that's his name, Redacted 88, under contract for the position of shooter, Storm Battalion of Military Unit A7788, BOC 100-100, military rank, according to the staff soldier, salary redacted, UAH. I requested assistance in processing the documents of Redacted and directing them for military service under contract to Military Unit A7788A. So, I mean, essentially he was listed as a soldier for the Ministry of Defense in Ukraine. So, I mean, this could be considered as not only election interference from Ukraine, but I mean, this is a declaration of war, essentially, from the Ukraine. Let's see, what's some more information? Yeah, so he was definitely trafficking Afghanis into Ukraine. This revelation was brought to light by the U.S. media in an interview of former construction worker turned mercenary Ryan Routh. An American from Greensboro, North Carolina, Ryan Routh brazenly bragged to the New York Times about his plans to recruit fighters for Ukraine from among Afghan soldiers who fled the Taliban. He revealed that he was going to purchase passports from Pakistan in order to facilitate the plot. Routh spent several months in Ukraine last year. He plans to move them in some cases legally from Pakistan and Iran to Ukraine. So we read that article from the New York Times. So yeah, this guy was definitely a Ukrainian implant, a Ukrainian American. And remember, they're saying Americans aren't going to Ukraine and they're not fighting. We don't have Americans on Ukrainian soil and fighting Russia. But this guy is actively trying to recruit Afghanis, Pakistanis, and he's going over them himself. He's registering as a fighter himself. And they actually spotted him in one of Gideon. Y'all know Gideon, the famous prankster influencer. They spotted him in one of Gideon's videos. This is fucking insane. Let's watch this.
Well, the Ukrainians have a right to fight back.
I don't do paper, though.
I don't care if you do paper or not. I'm looking for revolutionaries. I'm looking for people who want to take this whole system down.
Bro, I'm a veteran. Like, do you need me?
What kind of veteran are you?
Bro, I served in Nuketown.
Well, I think it's better to serve and fight in the power.
He said, I served in Nuketown. That's a fucking map on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Yo, people don't give Gideon enough credit. He's actually really freaking hilarious. He's kind of weird. And he goes through these things where he's like really sad, and he had a conversion to Christianity and he stopped streaming. Now he's starting to stream again. Honestly, like his prank videos weren't wrong. Like nothing that he was doing was wrong. Like the prank videos that he did for one, they were absolutely hilarious. And then for two, they didn't harm people directly. Like one time he went to an AAU game and he was acting like he was a college recruit for LSU. That shit was so funny, bruh. And he was like criticizing people's kids when they was playing and stuff. I mean, this guy, he has a really good sense of humor. Smart kid for sure.
Fucking over the system.
Bro, give me a Glock and a Hellcat.
Take a look at this.
Bro, but I don't do paper, though. I just told you.
He said, give me a Glock and a Hellcat.
Come on, dude, then get away. We don't need people who aren't serious. If you're not serious,
I'm serious, but I don't do paper, bro. You're literally killing the environment.
We're moving on. You go ahead, have your lunch.
No, bro, I'm going to class.
Go
I'm a scholar.
Go to class. Well, the Ukrainians have a right to fight.
So he's literally trying to recruit. He's on the streets recruiting people. This is nuts. But Gideon, good looks for Gideon. That's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, man. This was absolutely insane. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Trump just tweeted 0-2. Well, he didn't tweet it, but he truthed it on Truth Social. Said true. I mean, he definitely needs to delete that Taylor Swift truth, though. Just delete it, bro. I mean, we don't need to beef with Taylor Swift. We have more fish to fry. Get rid of it. Say it was a mistake. Well, you don't even have to say that. Just delete it and then just move on. You don't even have to address it. But yeah, they're gonna keep trying to kill President Trump. Hopefully, he's kept safe. We're gonna keep him in our prayers. This is another example of these leftist, radical, Trump deranged lunatics. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end this stream off with a prayer, because it's just getting so crazy and it's getting really scary. We have political violence coming from the left, and it's always been coming from the left, but now it's kind of amped up, and I think it's important to highlight it. So, I know you guys may not be religious in here, so, you can do with it what you will, but I am a Christian, so I'm going to pray. I think it's going to be important to pray for Trump, pray for this country, and just make sure that we are not distracted from the main goal, which is winning this election. So bow your head, close your eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray for the safety of President Donald Trump. I pray that you would wrap your arms around him and guard him from any harm, any danger that may face him. I hope and pray that you would focus him and his campaign on the ultimate goal of winning the election so that we can get rid of these radical Democrat leftist lunatics and make sure that they are not able to continue with the destruction of this country, the overflow coming from the border, the southern border, the crisis that's going on with crime, the radicalization of people in power in the judicial system who are using their power to prosecute their political enemies. Father, I pray that you would continue to bless our country and allow us, the people, to right the wrongs that our leadership have done for so long. I pray that you would just give us the power, the strength, and I also pray that you would give President Trump a listening ear so that he will take advice from the right people and be able to decipher, what is the correct direction for the country and what is not. And I hope and pray that you would continue to guard President Trump and shield him from the sword of evil that is being used by the leftist radical Democrats to seek the will of the devil, to seek the will of Lucifer. And I pray that you would upend all of his power and let him know that your son died for our sins, shed his blood for our sins to keep us protected and keep us safe and promise eternal life only if we follow you in your message, dear Father. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So appreciate you guys for joining the stream. Man, I mean, it gives me goosebumps just talking about it, just thinking about it, just seeing all this stuff, man. It's very upsetting, but hopefully we can get things on the right track. Hopefully we can make sure that Secret Service leadership is getting put in check. Donald Trump definitely needs more security. He needs to hire private security, period, point blank, in the discussion. But thankfully, he has survived this assassination attempt. But there will be more, and hopefully he's ready for them. I'm just extremely, it's a little perplexing how all of this is able to happen. But, we just got to keep holding the media accountable, got to keep holding the federal government accountable, got to keep holding the FBI accountable because they are slipping, bro. They're slipping. But anyways, you already know what it is. It is the Black Gen Z Mindset, aka BGZM News 17, aka Jenquavius Jackson. And we are going to send it off to Jenquavius Jackson to take us away, guys. Appreciate you. Hit the Cash App, hit the Super Trap. Oh, sorry. There is no Super Trap. I am demonetized on all platforms. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Patreon, cop the merch. Dude, we got new merch. We got baby onesies with Trump is the Blood t-shirt. Okay. So go check that out for your kids. If you want to put your kids in some Trump gear, okay, go check out the onesies. They are actually really, 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 and I mean really cute. Let me just show you a picture of them real quick. If you want your little baby to be rocking some Trump gear, definitely go to the merch store. I'll show you what we have in store. All right. So, oh, look at the little baby. Look at the baby rocking Trump gear. He rocking the BGZM News 17 gear. Oh, yes, he rocking the BGZM News 17 gear. This is a cute baby rocking the BGZM News 17 girls. Okay, so anyways, y'all see the cute little man. Okay, look at this little man. I wouldn't advise you to put your little man in some pink, but we got, we got pink for the little baby girls too. We got blue for the little baby boys, and we got white for a neutral color. Put your kids in some damn BGZM News 17 gear. Guys, come on. What are we waiting for? The merch store is packed. We got the No Solutions. Isn't that clever? KNOW Solutions, right? Because I'm not saying no solutions like Oct does. Shout out to Octo. That's my guy. I'm not saying no solutions as in NO. I'm saying no as in knowledge. Know the solution. We got America First hats. Yeah, America First tattered dad hats. Holy crap. I need this. Right? America First. Tattered dad hats. Dude, swag, bro. Swag. So make sure y'all go to the merch store. You already know we got the Trump hoodies. The Trump is a blood hoodie. Dope as always. The merch store, we're shipping quick now. I had to talk to Shipify, Printify. They were holding off on sending shirts and all that kind of stuff. We got the BGZM News bullet hole hats. Okay, BGZM News bullet hole hats. Dad hats. We also got BGZM News bullet hole dad hats with the leather. It's a leather. Look at all the BGZM News gear. Hold on, where's the one with the leather patch on it? Anyways, we got dad hats. We got BGZM News slides. Dude, we got slides. We got Control Alt Don't Delete shirts. Dude, come on. Who is getting creative like your boy BGZM News 17? I mean, guys. We got Sisters Come Get Your Kids hoodies. We got BGZM News 17 regular hoodies. I'm going to get more circular bullet hole t-shirts as well. T-shirts, hoodies. Look, we got the blonde white chick with the BGZM News 17 hat. Come on. How can you resist? But anyways, yeah, y'all go support the channel. Support the channel. Support because, I mean, you already know I don't make anything financially off this. I do this because I love updating you guys. I want everybody to be safe. And I want you to see the signs because the super radical leftist glider gremlins are on demon time. Peace, y'all. Be safe. I'm out. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa.
Yo!
Whoa.
Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
So it is what it is.